started my Ph.D. Just really fun. They're cool little organisms.
Like your home.
Kitchener's my home, yeah. Everything done and get all of your publications and go, go, go. My name is Remi Geohegan. My major is biomedical science, and I'm going to be starting my second year in GSBSE this fall. I really loved University of Maine, which is where I did my undergraduate degree, and I had learned about GSBSE from a fellow coworker. I had met other GSBSE students, and they had all seemed to really enjoy the program. So I wanted to stay here where I was very happy and felt very well supported, but try something a little new, a little different. So I actually have 2 undergraduate degrees. My first undergraduate degree I got from College of the Atlantic in Bar Harbor, and that was in human ecology. It was a liberal arts school. And then I decided to go back to school and pursue something that felt more like me and what I was really interested in. And that's when I came back after 3 years to University of Maine, where I completed a second bachelor's degree in microbiology.
Working on.
So in my undergrad at UMaine, I worked in a virology lab studying JC polyomavirus, so looking at kind of host pathogen interactions, looking into cell culture and cell culture models. And that was a very interesting and exciting time, but I wanted to try something a little different. So then I did my rotations with GSBSE, and I rotated in a mycobacteria lab, looking at kind of like the cousin of tuberculosis and viruses that infect that bacteria. And then I did my work in a yeast lab, in the Kelly lab, kind of changing yeast, modifying yeast to look at different biochemical pathways. And then I came here to the Anjali lab, and I had never worked with C. elegans before, and they're just really fun. They're cool little organisms. So I think I just wanted to try something completely new, completely different, and that's how I ended up here. I also really enjoy Suzanne. She's wonderful.
Aww.
Yeah. So the project that I'm working on, I'm looking at different pathways related to aging. So if we're lucky, we all get old. So it kind of relates to everyone. And my current project is looking at these pathways across 2 different organisms. So C. elegans, the tiny little nematodes, and then yeast. And what we're trying to see is if there's any conserved pathways between these 2 organisms, and then do those pathways, specifically nuclear transport, so how things get in and out of the nucleus, does that transport change as we get older? And I'm really excited about it because, you know, it applies to everyone. Everybody gets old, everybody senesces. So yeah, I feel very lucky in that way.
Oh.
Ooh, to pace yourself. I think starting out, you want to like get everything done and get all of your publications and go, 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 but you're going to burn out. So really just kind of trusting the process, pacing yourself, not going all at once. It's definitely a marathon, not a sprint. And that's been a big lesson for me, knowing that I have some time here. I can kind of settle into my role. I have really great funding from GSBSE. I have a TA position in the fall, so it's been nice to kind of settle in and get cozy and really plan for the long haul. So over the summer, I come in, I check my worms to see if they need more nutrients. So the C. elegans actually eat E. coli. So we're little worm farmers. We grow the bacteria that they then eat. And so I make sure that my worms have enough bacteria. I prep for my experiment for the day, record everything in my notebook, get it all ready, get my reagents out, and then I usually try and pick away at a couple of different experiments during the day. And what's nice this summer is that if there's kind of a time where the worms need to grow or go through a couple of cycles of growth and there's a little bit of downtime here, I go upstairs to the Kelly lab, and that's why I work on yeast. So I have this kind of back and forth relationship between the 2 labs, where if there's a little lag in one, I can go to the other and vice versa. I love to hike. So this weekend I'm going up to Cutler, Maine to hike the Bold Coast and stay there for 2 nights camping. A group of friends and I are really excited to train to climb Katahdin at the end of the summer. So I really like to be outside, see what I can see, observe birds and frogs and all of that. I just love to be outside. Yeah. So I really love being in this lab because there's a lot of light and it's very quiet, it's very clean, it's very organized, so it's really nice to be here. I also enjoy working in the library if I need a little bit more time to maybe read or chew on a paper. I'm trying to think, the union's great. I love to have conversations there with friends over coffee. I'm trying to think where else. Between the two labs, that's kind of where I live, going upstairs and downstairs. It's huge. I can't understate that enough. I think coming into this program and having kind of a network already built in place was really nice. So I got to meet people that have completed different stages of their PhD. So I can ask, questions about comps, questions about how to form my committee, questions about, how to organize things. And it's great because you're connected to a community that's at all these different stages. So it's like a wealth of knowledge and a wealth of resources that you can very easily tap into. Also, it's like a built-in community of friends. So I know where all the GSBSE students are in Hitchner. If I ever have questions, they've been more than willing to help. I'm gonna do a shout out to Jen Chiarelli. She's been fantastic and wonderfully supportive as well. I think GSBSE provides a very supportive environment to take risks and to kind of push yourself and to challenge yourself. And it's really hard to challenge yourself when you don't have a supportive environment. So I think I'm great for GSBSE because I love the support. I appreciate all my mentors and peers, and I'm ready to take challenges and risks and kind of try new things with research. So hopefully defending my thesis. Actually, a year out from defending my thesis. And I've been going back and forth between industry and academia. So I feel this big pull to go into academia and kind of stay here, and not here in UMaine, but stay in a place where I could teach and give back and mentor, because that's a really fun thing to do. But also there are wonderful opportunities to travel and explore new and different places with industry. So I'm still kind of straddling those two ideas and trying to figure that out. I started my Ph.D. I think that's a huge personal achievement. There's only one other person in my family who has ever completed a Ph.D. That's my cousin. And I'm the first woman in our family to go for a Ph.D. and that feels huge. It feels really wonderful. I cannot wait for the day when I'm called Dr. Remi. That'll be great.